And so this month, we're all discussing the tenet that we live and promote a life culture and are stewards over our environment. And I wanted to share a little bit about what that means. So at Big Ocean Women, we have an idea that we promote life culture from the very, very beginning, which is within ourselves, and then within our families, and then within the rest of the world will follow if we can do it. And so Bella, for example, your women in your wave chose life, even amidst very difficult circumstances. You said, there is life growing within me, and I'm going to nurture that life. I'm going to protect that life. That beautiful strength is going to start with me. And you made that choice to protect your child in the womb, when the whole rest of the world could have been saying, hey, this child is a burden, this baby is a burden, and you have nobody, your family will disown you, you don't have a means to support yourself or the baby, but you chose life, and that's a very, very brave choice. And we can say the same thing for our dear friend Sweta, who, has very difficult pregnancies. And, at one point, she contemplated, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have the strength in me with her last pregnancy. But when we give support to one another and we say, no, I'm not going to leave you alone. We're going to do this together. You can hang in there. We can support one another. She was strong enough to choose life for her second child. And now she's in the position a third time to choose life. And, some of us are in circumstances that are far more challenging than the rest of us, that perhaps a pregnancy is already, a heavy, challenge to even someone who has a healthy pregnancy, who has financial means, who has family support. Even then it's hard and it's a sacrifice. And so our hearts go out to you when, the sacrifice is even greater. And I want to share that I believe that God above is aware of the sacrifices that you're making to bring to the world a human life and a new spirit into this earth, and that God will preserve you and will grant you greater strength beyond your capacity. And that if we can stick together, that we can truly live and promote life culture. That's what it's all about. So Bella, your wave is an example of that in action. So you girls, we want you to know that you're valuable, that you're loved, that you're beautiful daughters of God, and that the choice you made to give life to your newborns, to your young babies, and to protect that life, that does not go unnoticed. And it's a very big deal. So we're behind you, okay? We want to couple life, human life, with also the environment. And the reason why we do that is very, very important. And I hope you listen very carefully. When we went to the United Nations, there are powers there, global powers, that are using the environment to say that human beings are a plague on the environment. Human beings are the problem, and we need to control the population. There are entire UN agencies, like the UN agency called UNFPA. So it's on population. They're really trying to limit human population because they see human beings as antagonistic or the problem. We are the ones that are creating the problem in the earth, that we're destroying the earth, that we are doing all of these horrible things to the earth, which in many cases is true. So we need to recognize that. But human beings are children still of God, that we have divine purpose, we have inherent worth, and we belong to this earth, and that we need to see ourselves as a part of it. And as stewards over the earth. It's a very important word, because the rest of the world now is using the term environmentalist or environmentalism, which means that we have to do these really radical things to save the planet. One of them being, we need to stop having children. We need to stop population from growing. That is not God's plan. And that is not the position of Big Ocean Women. And so when we use the word earth stewardship and life culture, we are saying that yes, human life has inherent value, And yes, we still can achieve the goals of protecting our environment, but not at the expense of killing babies, not at the expense of viewing humankind as an enemy. So we are doing it in a way that is more in line with a godly way. So when we use the word earth stewardship, we're thinking of ourselves as gardeners, just like Gloria's group, Gloria's wave, that we garden and we till the earth and we care for the earth and we preserve our spirits through working in creating an abundance mindset and a culture. Does that make sense to everyone? So in these meetings, we want to make you aware of what the world, there are certain philosophies pushing people in one direction, and Big Ocean Women is going in a different direction. We are saying, look, we can achieve this same kind of future that is beautiful, that is filled with harmony and peace and prosperity, you know, where everyone will have enough to eat, where we can have clean water, where we can take care of our planet, but we will not kill our babies to accomplish that. We can do both things. And so we want you to be aware that we are part of a greater path together and that you really are doing something significant in creating healing in the world.